In the course of my exploration, I had begun to discover that the primary form of shell, the typical Indonesian dwelling, had evolved out of a climatic response as much as it had as a traditional manifestation. The houses, raised on stilts, protect against stormwater runoffs and leave provision for housing livestock. Above them are sharply inclined double roofs, which help increase rainwater velocity, thus making the roofs self-cleaning. This rainwater then runs off a significant overhang, which also helps in shading during the months of summer. Moreover, the high spaces of the ceiling give room for warm air to rise, leaving the lower areas cool and inhabitable. Houses on stilts are generally found near coastal areas. These come in a variety of roof profiles, heights, and characteristics. Moving inland, I found dwellings beginning to lower to the ground. The stilts would often be omitted altogether, leaving nothing but a stone plinth, while maintaining the dominating gable roof structures. These are all constructed from the same post-lintel method, with walls mostly made out of timber and thatched roofs. In fact, it is only when the Dutch colonial period began that the roof began to accept terracotta tile cladding. Initially, these dwellings were mere replicas of their Dutch counterparts, but with time, these houses adapted to both climate and context to find an ideal middle ground between the two, preserving Dutch identity while ensuring at the same time Javanese suitability. What's even more interesting is how these dwellings influence the customs of life around them and often help shape them altogether. Take for example the Nias dwellings of Western Sumatra. Houses surround a central courtyard with a 2 meters tall stone block in the middle. It is here that each male child of the clan must attend their initiation ceremonies. They are required to leap over the stone block in a single jump. If they succeed, they enter society as a recognized and celebrated male. If they fail, well, they must try again. Go on, jump. Try and jump. You see, it is not a task to be taken lightly, and it is not a task for all. I learned also of a group of ferocious hunters in the same island, whose houses were crowned by a saddle-shaped roof. Underneath dwelt the people of Toraja. Their Tongkonan houses are ornamented by a column of bull horns collected from their hunts. The higher the number, the greater their honor. It is in section that I learned that the Tongkonans are in fact a representation of the theory of creation of the Toraja people. Above are the heavens, where the spirits of ancestors rest. To this day, the people of Toraja believe that the spirit of their ancestors visit them from the ocean, and they leave southern openings for these spirits to enter. Below the heavens lies the human world, where the dwellers live. Underneath lies the world of demons, often symbolized by the ocean, and in the case of the house, by the space defined by the stilts. Therefore, the entire model of the universe, including heaven, world, and underworld, can be found neatly contained within every individual Tongkonan house. Of course, not all houses of the archipelago are designed for a single family. In fact, dwellings such as the Minang Bakau house can house up to 6 to 8 families easily under one single roof. Upon entering one of these houses, I was met by a veranda, followed by a common space which had a series of enclosed rooms as a backdrop. Each of these rooms house a single family. The families together occupy these houses made iconic by the bullhorn-shaped profile of the roof. I was fascinated to learn that each peak on the roof line was symbolic of a single family. The higher the number of peaks, the higher the number of families, and therefore the larger the house. There are thousands of house types such as these spread all across the archipelago, and each house is an embodiment of the people who occupy it and their way of life. Each house is a response to its surroundings. Each house is a testament to the many unique societies that have built them, some of which are on the brink of vanish today, leaving behind nothing but their shell.